Welcome to day 19, my last day. You guys have a good time. Say goodbye to Crank.
Thanks so much for being part of this.
Oh, you're welcome. You're doing great. You're killing it.
Pick up for me. I'll see you on Saturday.
Yep. Happy trails.
It is 7:21. We're back on the trail. We just said goodbye to shuttle driver, Cranky Slider. There he goes. It is 48 degrees. The sun is shining. The birds are singing. A little bit of dew and mist on the leaves. We're in for a 16-mile day today. Okay, so here's our day. We're gonna reach the high point, the highest elevation at the priest shelter, just beyond actually. Then we'll descend for about 4 miles. Okay, so here we have Solomon seal and false Solomon seal side by side. And the Solomon seal has these little dangly buds, whereas the false Solomon seal has a spray of flowers at the end of the branch. So this is false Solomon seal. See? Just a little sprig at the end. And this is Solomon seal. Look. There's these little dangly blossoms. Okay, we shared this one yesterday. Do you remember what it's called? We've been at this for 2 hours now, and we have come 4 miles. So we've got a great pace on this gorgeous morning. We're at the Sealy Woodworth shelter,
Okay.
taking 11sies at 10 a.m.
That would be tensies.
10sies. All right, where are we going to be for 11sies?
I think we're going to be walking for 11sies. I think it'll probably be closer to 1 when we're at the priest for onesies.
Hopefully. You did.
No, I can. I know I can. No, I can. Woo!
From the top of Spyrock, because standing on top of big rocks is just cool. How's my hair?
Probably as good as mine.
Nice breeze up here. Boy, we got a pretty day too. I mean,
Oh, absolutely.
yeah, this is the way to go.
Absolutely.
So 360-degree view, yes?
Yes.
Check. I'm not sure which one's the priest, where we're headed.
I'm thinking we're going up over that guy.
Yeah, probably. That's how we do it around here. So I just stupidly pulled up Peak Finder to identify, this mountain right here, because it seemed pretty obvious that it's a prominent feature. I should be able to identify it. And in fact, I did. That's the priest. That's our next stop. Right there. Yikes. Clouds of rhododendron blossoms along the ridge here. An appealing camping area this is by Spyrock. You can get here from Montebello on a two-mile trail. That big bulk in the sky, that's the priest. Next stop.
I think we have to go a little bit higher up there.
Maybe. Somewhere over there is Rockfish Gap. Like 30 miles away.
Yeah.
My estimation, we have summited the Priest. Technically, maybe there's a little bit more to go, but we just climbed down on the ledges, and to me, that is it. And now, just a little after 3 o'clock, we start our descent of the Priest. It's, I believe, a 2,400 feet descent, and I remember it as being pretty brutal. Good views along the way, though. We are back at the car. It is 5:15, which means it took us 10 hours and 40 minutes to go 16.8 trail miles. We did get some extra mileage because we went to 2 shelters and we went out to Spyrock. Worth it.
Yes.
And now we're headed to town. Oh my gosh, look at that. This is day 19?
19.
Oh my gosh,
19.
we're getting so close to the end. We're so close to the end.
Yes.
Today, I would have rated, you know, until we stopped for lunch at 2 o'clock, I would have just rated today a splendid, perfect, wonderful day with, you know, beautiful flowers and a mild temperature and cruisy trail
And beautiful bird song.
Yes, the bird song, the flowers, it all came together. It was gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so we took our first snack break at 10, and we did that at the Sealy Woodward shelter, and that was great.
Mhm.
And we were powered up, we cruised on, we saw Spyrock, and that was
Yep.
cool.
It was hard getting up Spyrock.
Could have been harder.
Yes, yes.
And it's off trail, but I think
Yeah.
it's worth it. It's
Oh, absolutely.
splendid views.
Oh, those views were amazing.
And we caught a nice breeze.
I wish I knew how many miles we could see
Yeah.
from Spyrock.
Spyrock is very special. So it was
Yeah.
worth the detour.
Yes.
But then we stopped for lunch, proper lunch, at about 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
And that was at the Priest. And after that, we did our final ascent of the Priest.
Yeah.
And then we started the descent of the Priest. And that is possibly my least favorite section on the Appalachian Trail because it's so bloody hard.
I was okay with it.
Okay, well, the first 2 miles are very, very rocky and it's very steep. 14% grade.
That's true.
Think about the last time you drove down a highway and you saw the truck warning signs. Those are for 6 and 7% grades. We were on a 14% grade for over 2 miles.
Yeah.
But that was an average of 14%, so the top was a lot steeper and the bottom was not so much.
Yeah.
Anyway, brutal, hard section, tough on the knees, tough descent.
You know me, I will always take downhill over climb.
Now the adventure of the day was getting out of there.
Yes. Yes.
We didn't have any cell signal, so we didn't have any navigation devices to give us advice on, the best possible route.
But we had maps.
So we had paper maps, yeah. And what I was seeing on that paper map was very, very intimidating. But we did it, and it turned out to be paved the whole way. So 8:15.
So as we turned onto a road that was a little unknown, shortly after we turned on, it said that pavement ends in 2 miles. Well, it didn't.
It
We
never
had
did.
pavement the whole way.
Yeah, and that was more than 2 miles.
Yes, it
For
was.
sure.
Yes, it was. I was watching.
Anyway, big day. It was 16.8 of
Yep.
actual AT miles.
Right.
I reckon we got an extra 0.4 going into shelters, and we got probably an extra full mile going up to Spyrock and back to the trail. So, so it was a bit more on the feet, a bit more on the bodies, and
Yep.
it's the last long day we have.
Yeah, I'm planning on soaking the feet.
Good plan.
Soaking the feet.
Yeah. I want to thank Natalie for chiming in here. It's always good to hear from you, Natalie. I want to thank Diane and Karen and Martha, and I thanked all of you last night, but Ed, Scott, thank you for joining us.
Nothing else.